As sports betting has evolved, player control has become all the more important, even after a player has placed their bet. Today's sports betting is all about choice, flexibility, and engagement. We're at Paddy's Sportsbook in central London at the Hippodrome Casino, but we could just as conceivably be on the Las Vegas Strip right now. This is a relatively new venue which brings the Vegas-style sportsbook to central London, a very unique venue in that setting. And up and down the US, which is one of the host countries for the World Cup 2026, venues just like this might be full of viewers and bettors. Vegas-style sportsbooks offer a bit of everything. Food, slot machines, poker tables, and big screens all round. It's a social experience. Whether betting online or at venues like this, personalization today is everything. I have my choice of drinks, I have my choice of sports, I have my choice of matches. Every consumer will have a different experience based on their interpretation of one event. And this mirrors wider society. Today, there are whole organizations, digital marketing businesses created purely for personalization.
So if I had to pick one thing that has changed sports betting and trading forever, it would certainly be the personalization that we're seeing on some of the markets that our customers want to bet on. I certainly think that will be the future of fan engagement.
At spaces like this, you can really see the human side of personalization. But to take personalization to the next level, we need to go online and at scale.
Bet Builder allows a customer to combine lots of different bets from the same match. So historically, you wouldn't be able to do that. If we were to go back even 5-10 years, you wouldn't be able to combine a bet from the same event because that would be considered related and the pricing wouldn't be correct. Innovations in sports betting means that that is now possible. So you can, with one bet, have a bet on who will win the match, how many goals there will be, how many shots an individual player will get on target, how many corners there will be, and that all comes under Bet Builder. So it's multiple bets involving the same match, and they're all related.
One aspect of the live product that has become a staple is micro markets. Effectively, the ability to place bets on the next occurrence or even the next occurrence within a time interval. Again, when we look ahead to the World Cup, with many games potentially being one-sided, certainly towards the second half, these markets emerge as very important to keep the end users engaged till the end of the game.
Bet Builder has changed the betting behavior since the last World Cup in Qatar. And during that time, yes, we see that there's a lot more action going on to Bet Builder. I think what still remains number one is the 1x2 markets and goal markets. That's the biggest. But Bet Builder has definitely taken a big spot in this, and it's a very recreational way of playing.
People used to just back a result and watch the game. Now they're building their own bet around a specific player, tracking it point by point on their phone. It's now a completely different experience.
There are so many more betting options when it comes to football today. Instead of the traditional 1x2, Mexico draw or South Africa, we can look at Bet Builder and we see both teams to score, corners, shots on target.
Bet Builders is not a bet type. It's a different betting mindset. You're changing betting, which is usually outcome, a goal, a corner, a match result. You're changing it from outcome betting to narrative betting. Now I'm creating a narrative. I'm doing my emotional storytelling. I give you essentially my opinion. I voice my opinion on the match of what's going to happen. This is going to happen in the beginning, and then this and that. So this really changes the mindset of betting. I'm not betting on an outcome. I'm betting on a narrative that I foresee in my head. And if I get it right, the feeling is just immensely better than just hitting an outcome right.
Customers can have their own journey and story with every football match that is unique to them. It's quite possible that a customer can have a unique bet that no one else has placed. So that match will mean something different to them than it can do with another customer.
Yeah, Bet Builder is certainly a very complex product. The key challenge is the correlation between the market and being able to produce accurate prices on demand.
Once betting became interactive in real time, I think users very quickly started demanding more control over the experience because the experience they had before, it was just a static wager, right? And now they wanted to move into a continuous decision about what's going to happen in the event. And this personalization comes around the bet builder, as you mentioned, right? I want to personalize my bet and include traditional markets, but also combine with statistical markets, player cards, who's going to score in the match. The expectations in the same time increased massively because all these features got introduced.
Algorithms decide a lot about what you see as a user in sports betting, not as much as it's happening in social media, where in TikTok and Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, it's all the algorithms, but we see that the majority of the sportsbook, of the content, is really driven by algorithms. You have now every day 6,000 different live events to bet on. It's very hard to kind of like find yourself through these sheer number of events. So we do use algorithms a lot. You'll see the two different users will have two different sportsbook experiences, and this really to show the user the promotions, the events, the matches, the betting markets that they're interested in.
So we can see that the sports betting experience has changed with time. It's become more personalized, more data-centric. And that data with AI and algorithms is allowing a future that could involve new products, new technology, and even things like prediction markets. The rich history of sports betting can meet the exciting promise of the future.